it'll shoot from your camera still too. So where'd you go, Dave?
Hold on.
He's checking it out.
That's all right. I'll do a quick
right.
intro as soon as he
He's
gets back in. Who else is
jumping over
in?
here.
There he is.
Wait.
Is he going 2 screens?
Yeah,
I
he's
love
going
it.
2 screens. Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm not.
So-
like I said,
He's not.
hold on.
He's fixing this.
Give me a second.
You're good. I'm gonna
It's
go
a
yell
touch
it.
screen. It's a touch screen, and I went to go turn the monitor down, and I turned y'all off. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I was showing Kylie something on my laptop, on my Apple, whatever, and she's like fingering the screen trying to move. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? She goes, this isn't a touch screen.
I did
Get
the
your
same
damn
thing on
fingers.
Maurice's too.
Get it off
Come
my
here,
screen.
Floyd. Shut up.
Were you
All
eating
right.
popcorn?
Okay, hold on. I'm coming. I'm coming
happens.
right now.
Some stuff is touched.
And then I'm gonna turn
Some
this
stuff
off in just a second. Hold
is
on.
the
That's
screen.
cool.
Enter studio.
We can say good morning
All right.
to everybody
There
while
he
you're
is.
setting up too. Good morning, everybody. It's me, Jason G. Gulick.
Morning.
I'm here with my co-host, my man, Mr. Mark Deeds Skodzinski. It is 8:30 something on the East Coast. It is 7:30 on the Central Coast, and it is 5:30 something in the AZ time. Mark and I are joined today by the one and only Mr. David Rivas out of Louisiana with Rhino Blast. Good morning, David. What is shaking, my man?
Not a lot.
Oh,
Early.
Enjoying the day, not washing. I just got done doing some commercial windows.
yeah.
Good. Yeah. Been doing them for since 2014.
Nice.
But
You've got your fingers into all sorts of stuff though, man.
Yes.
When I first met you in 2023, I want to say you're primarily doing soft wash, pressure wash, stuff like that, window cleaning, right?
Correct.
And what all are you doing now?
Lacey and I, we started up a business last February, a retail store. We build custom trailers, pressure washing rigs, sell window cleaning gear. If you know anything about one thing that's a little bit different than what we're trying to do here compared to a lot of other people preying on the newbies.
Yeah.
I'm a very honest person, and I think you've realized that a couple of years ago.
Yep.
I don't sell people crap that they don't need.
Yeah.
So there's people in this area, I'm not saying names, but
yeah,
will sell anything to anybody. And personally, to me, this is not a money grab for me.
Yeah.
This is not about that. This is about building customer relations, just as in my wash business and when we build these trailers, I build them as if I built my own. Especially like spare parts that are things that you definitely need on a rig.
Yeah.
The things that are going to go out quicker. You don't have to buy valve covers. You don't have to buy, that's all stuff like after you abused it like a rhino for 3 years, it's time to adjust
Get a new one.
and do it. Anyway, what we did was like, I like Jamie Little's. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Jamie Little's pressure wash, and he's based out of Georgia, anyway, his saying is people over profits.
Is it very little or?
Yeah, very littles.
There you go.
Yeah, very. And so I kind of took that into this part of the business, not the washing aspect, because my numbers are the numbers, and that's where it separates from. Now, personally, for the second business, when we started this, it wasn't to dominate, but it was to educate.
Yeah.
Because, we put a lot of bids in. I don't win a lot of bids because I'm not cheap. I tell a lot of people, if you're looking for cheap, please, I don't want to waste y'all's time. I really don't want to waste my time, and I don't want to waste your time. So honing in on the greenies, the greenhorns, the people that get into this business, and actually help them understand that you have to have a startup, you have to have something, you have to, if you want to be the $99 guy, that's fine. If you want to add a bunch of add-ons to make more money than $99, that's fine. But P&L is very important in a business. I mean, if you don't understand your P&L, you might as well just pack it up and just go on, because you need to understand where your profit and where your loss is going. And trying to make my crew understand that time is money. The more that you upsell, the more money that you make. The stuff that maybe I missed on a quote that you could potentially upsell it. You're going to make money off of it, right? Okay. So in this building, I've been seeing a lot in these people like me that think, okay, let's go start another business. Let's go start this, and we're going to charge X amount of dollars for retail. Personally, that retail, I've become, in a sense, let's say, the cheaper version of buying pressure washing equipment that actually has the knowledge behind how it actually works. So, like last week, had a guy come in and like, I need an 8-gallon a minute. Have you pressure washed anything, sir? No, you don't need that. You need a 5.5. You need a downstream injector, and you need to go learn how to wash a house before you buy more flow, before you buy more of this, before you see all the whistles and bristles and bandits. And then understand, get into it first. Get to your first 5 years.
Yeah.
If you can make it 5 years in business, you're golden. Thank God when COVID came, I was already knee deep in crap that I wasn't going to let COVID break me.
Yeah.
That was our best year. COVID was my best year. We bypassed what we did in 2019 in the first 6 months of COVID. After the first week it hit, no phone rang, my butt went like this, to save 65%. It was March. I mean, I live in Louisiana. Y'all can just imagine we're washing in February and January. We don't have cold winters. We don't have
we get 3 weeks of winter down here.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, our phones ring, we're washing, right? So anyway, so with the store, it's kind of like we're pretty much under a lot of what your average retail is. And we're all about the people over profits and not trying to make this a sincere, we have to make X amount on this machine. We have to make X amount of machine on this. No. All I need you to do is keep coming back and let me watch you flourish. That's all I want to do. And I want to, okay, so you're ready for a P40. How long? Oh, yeah, you started to do, have you ever washed a roof? No. What the hell you need a P40 for? Get a 12. Let's start small. I mean, anyway, some people just want to grab and want to make all the money right then and there, and they don't care about the contractor. So in a sense, we are very caring, but I'm a very honest person. So sometimes that can kind of ruffle somebody's feathers in this door, in this little bitty office I have here.
Yeah.
It's just, I'd rather somebody be honest with me up front than in the back door screw me.
Well, also, one of the things, too, is like, let's say that guy comes in and buys all that shit, and then he realizes I don't need it, and then what? Then he's pissed off at you. Why didn't you tell me I didn't need this? Or da-da-da-da-da. It's like, can't make everybody happy.
Quite a few times, Jason,
Yeah.
And
well, and it's
sad.
You can't make everybody happy, for one. For two, when you're honest and you do the right thing, regardless of the result, at least you can lay your head down at night peacefully. You know what I mean?
And that's what Lacey's like, man, because I can imagine in her head, because she does the billing, invoicing, and all.
Yeah, she's the numbers.
And I'm doing all the other flow dynamics. And she's like, I have trouble with the numbers that I'm dealing with that I look on a screen on a daily basis. Like the way that, because a lot of my guys, when they, the Brandon that I have here for a couple of days a week, and then my lead guy that's on the truck with me. And this week has been a special week for him because on Monday was his first day out without me.
Nice.
So I had 2 little quick stops, both repeats. I knew that he can handle it. He's been with me for 9 months.
Yeah.
It's time for me to start
Taking the leash off.
Yeah, just give him the little ones, let him get his feelers out. And let me tell you something, Jason. He loves water-fed pole.
That's awesome.
He freaking loves it. Like, I mean, we got any window clean jobs coming up. Boy, you got the schedule. You know what's up in there. Yeah, there's some window cleaning jobs, but he loves the water-fed pole. He said, I don't want to learn how to wipe windows. I just want to do the water-fed pole. I said, all right, that's fine. I'll do all the inside work. You do all the outside work. Fine.
That sounds like a pretty fair deal to me.
You want to be like this? Oh, I got to get those cool glasses. I saw those the other day. I wondered, did y'all ever try those out? Have you?
They're freaky. I mean, I don't use them. I haven't bought them. I looked at them at a convention, but they work. I mean, they're crazy how they work. And every day or after I do water-fed pole on a big 2-story, I do feel that in the morning if there's more than like 30 windows.
Yeah, right.
I haven't used them. Our buddy Mike Nichols uses them. He says they're a lifesaver and a game changer. So, but I also don't do that much water fed or that much high water fed.
I sent him a video I saw the other day of, and he's like, "We need them. I need them." I'm like,
"Yep, you'll feel it."
Yeah, right.
So, Deeds, I wanted to bring up. David's brought up Lacey, his wife, his partner, his better half.
Without her,
she's the brains behind the business, and unfortunately, she's not here this morning. But we all know how important it is to have our better halves supportive of us. And what is it like, David, working with your wife? How does it go? Like, do the office hours ever really get truly turned off?
No. So we open from, we open from 9 to 3. Because especially in the summer, she's everywhere. I wash full times. Now Lacey just finally hired herself an assistant because it was time. So we have somebody that comes in here at 9 o'clock and she watches this door. She doesn't know anything about any of this crap I got on the wall. She's not there yet. She's just getting into how Lacey's built systems. Okay, building systems. Oh shit! Like I tell her what we're trying to go at, and she just runs with it, and she does so well that I don't have to feel like I have to be on top of her, except when a little bit of the overwhelmness gets a little bit overwhelming. Like she could take enough, because then she's starting thinking about 5 grandbabies, the 5 kids, the 5 about that, and then oh my god, one's on the Causeway Bridge. She's one of these. She's a worry. And focused on job at task, she tends to let it kind of noodle out, and then you got to hone her back in and keep her on. And I was like, I kind of feel like I should be paying you instead of you paying me, because I feel like you're under my. But so having her have somebody to take that stress and deal with the bigger pictures of the other side of the systems, that's very important. Because if I'm going to have Lacey send you, I'm going to tell you what, both of y'all, when this is all done, send me y'all's emails. I'm going to have Lacey mock up an estimate. And I want y'all to see her estimate. I've never in my wildest dreams ever seen something like this in my life.
So you need to go back. Well, you'll have to go back a couple of episodes, like 150 episodes. When Deeds and I first started doing this podcast, he was working with different CRMs, and he is very, 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 very detailed as well. And he always wants to have every single little thing noted.
I told you I can't remove every stain off the house. It's in the paperwork. You gotta but He was getting at it.
He dots his I's, crosses his T's, and make sure all the X's are lined up.
I even
so
talked
yeah,
about the
send it
amazing
over.
Technicolor Dream Coat of colors. Like there's green algae, there's black mildew or blue algae, and then there's like the oranges and the rust mildews and the lichen. We don't cover that stuff. So, thorough. But I'd love to see it. I'd love to read and find out how.
Yeah, because it's like the introduction of who we are. Wow. Ha! I was like, holy shit, Lacey. Wow. What? Like,
a few paragraphs in it really
if
helps.
this was up to me, I'd be like, mother, you owe me, it's going to be $450 and we're just going to watch the whole house. No. Like, even on reviews, like reviews that we get, dude, go on our business page on Rhino Blast Exterior and go read the responses. Go through the internet and read and go look at other people's responses. Half of them don't even love it, like it, give two shits that they spent time to leave you a review. No, every single review that we have that is organic, by the way, and we've only been on Google since 2018, and we have like 70-something reviews. We send the link with the invoice. If they want to leave it, leave it. If you don't, I don't have to get the bracelets and all. It's don't need that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But go read that. Because what she did was years ago, she said, I walked in the house one day, and here you go. I walked in and I looked up at the computer and I was like, baby, why are you on that dude's pressure washing site? What are you doing? And she's like, just hold on. So she boom. And so she's got like 5 windows open. She's just all I'm like, what in the hell is going on here? Too much, baby. She's looking at different companies and how they responsives and what separates this one from that one from Lacey. Are you trying to figure out how to respond to these reviews? No, I'm responding to these reviews, David.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know that, baby. But dude, anything that they say in those reviews, she hits on every single aspect of it. Bow, 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 like a revolving door. Brrr.
Are we sure she's not a robot with advanced AI capabilities?
So,
and if I had like 3 more of my wives, maybe I'd have to move to Utah.
Yeah, there you go.
Seriously though,
I don't have my drum kit set up here.
But our business, like it doesn't really slow down. We do try to have the weekends for us.
There you go.
But like tomorrow, I have somebody picking up a trailer that's in here. So I'm going to be in here in the morning. I got another trailer coming in today. And, we're so spread out. So, yeah, kind of shutdown time is like, I mean, it was 8:30 when you text me. You texted me last night. And at 8:30, I'm getting 2 emails about trailer stuff and pressure washing equipment. And, it doesn't stop. No. But what will stop when I do go out of town because I'm shutting all those systems she's got, the callers. We just changed our whole entire phone system. So it's everything that a phone call comes in, she ain't even got to answer it anymore. It's
everything's automated.
It's literally everything's. This is what's going to free you to put you on the bigger aspect of where now we need the multiple trucks because systems building. Because look, let's get this straight. I'm never going to stop washing.
Yeah.
Till my body can't. Okay. But at least give me 2 days of it, not 5. Not that I've been doing for 14 years. Give me 2. Give me that. I need you can't take the taste in the field of being
in the field
and hearing, wow, holy shit. I didn't expect my house to look like this. I didn't expect these windows to look, holy crap. It looks like I can eat off that. That's an icy white driveway, ain't it?
Yeah.
Guess what? It's going to stay looking like that for probably 3 years. And then, and that's another thing, learning how to build packages. Whoa, that's the biggest seller for me. Ma'am, sir. All right. You want a triple play, roof, house, and concrete.
Good. See, you and Deeds are like very, very similar when it comes to these kind of things. I'm super glad that we got you on, David, because Mark does almost
I
everything
do
that
it
you're
all.
explaining. Yeah,
Except for
everything
paver
that you're
sealing.
explaining,
Right.
it's almost exactly what you do, right, Deeds?
Yeah, I do all that stuff. I just don't seal driveways. I don't do epoxy, any of that. It's just more equipment I don't need.
That one thing that you just said, I had a guy on a driveway I did and posted it. And we're no longer friends on Facebook, and I'm not saying names. Anyway,
Thank you.
So he said, "Man, why don't you seal that driveway?" And I went, "Why in the hell would I take money, residual money, out of my pocket for every other house wash to wash that concrete?" Because the way I build them is this is what we suggest. Every other time we do everything. Once a year we keep the house clean. Some people are waiting 3 years because we clean the concrete so damn well that it
Yeah.
doesn't need it because
Yeah.
we know what we're doing. So we set those prices accordingly. Lacey gives this little minimal discount to become a repeat yearly, and it's basically just a spot rents. Now, I just found out yesterday from Tony Durant. I don't know if y'all know Tony. He's a great builder, and he builds top of the line shit in Virginia, right north of Spotsylvania. He lives in, which is like north of Richmond. That's where I took a drive. If you followed RES last month, I drove up there to buy a aluminum skid from him.
Sweet.
Because the one I was trying to get here, it was a cluster, and I had to take the customer's truck, and I took a journey, and I drove through the mountains, and I made it 90. I had 93 more miles to go, and I couldn't go anymore. I did 14 hours by myself. And anyway, he was telling me that, you know, what he tries to make these people understand, because he kind of nudged me in the right way to look at this aspect of the business part, was not to overload them with too much, but just give them enough to keep wanting more.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit. Okay. I get that. So
you gotta give them a little taste there. Gotta get them hooked, baby.
So he tells me yesterday, he's like, "Did you hear?" And I was like, "Did I hear what, Tony?" He's like, "They're coming out with like a subscription." And I said, "A what?" And you probably know exactly, Mark, what I'm about to say. They're companies, Pat Clark, a couple of other ones, starting to get on this subscription. We come out every quarterly. It's a spot clearance. I see it, but I don't see it. Because my help now can actually pull up to a house and tell me exactly when I cleaned it.
Yeah.
We ever did this house? Does it look like we ever did it? This looks like a yearly. It's a yearly. What are we doing anyway? So why do I want to go interrupt your house for 4 times a year for the same amount that I'm going to pay once a year, and it's still going to be clean? I don't get that theory, but it may be in some northwestern, northeastern states.
Yeah.
But here, yeah, I could see it working here because we're more humidity based. But dude, there's some of these houses even on the north side, dude. I walk around, I'm like, we were just there a year ago, and it's just
It still looks good.
Yeah. So I don't know how well that's going to take, but getting a phone call from Tony about that, I was kind of like, oh shit, here we go.
Yeah, right. Just another thing to compete with, and that's fine. All these things, you know, some work, some don't, some stick, some don't. If you don't throw it at the wall, if you don't throw it at the wall to find out, you're never gonna know, right?
Right, you're right. And we started cleaning roofs in 2017. Since then, I've only done 3 of those repeats. So far.
Oh, wow. It works.
So one thing that you brought up earlier in the conversation is the systems that you've implemented. You were literally the first person I met at the Huge in 2023. Literally the first person that I befriended. We weren't even necessarily in the same industry. Our buddy Carlos Gonzalez, I remember was
Yeah.
down there, and you're like, "Do you know who that is?" And I was like, "I have no fucking idea." And you're like, "Oh man, that's Carlos." And now we've had him on the show like 3 times. He's become a friend of the show. It's just wild to
Good
see
guy.
how things have changed. But
Mhm.
what I wanted to, and where I was trying to go with this is the systems that you've implemented. Where you were at 2023, you were at 2024. Were you at 2025? Were you at the huge of
We didn't go
2025?
last year.
Okay. But in 2024, Lacey was dedicated like a fucking just crazy to attend those classes, to get all of that information, to learn how to implement those processes, those steps, those things. Now it might take a year and a half to get everything implemented, but now that everything is slowly being implemented, how is it affecting your business? Are you seeing those extra days off? Are you seeing the results? Like, are you more time off for yourselves, the grandkids, things like that?
Yeah, and it's funny that you bring up the
Ooh
grandkids.
la.
The other day, I got one of mine walked up to me and said, "Papa D," and she's the oldest, 12, and she goes, "Papa D," and I was like, "What, baby Rose?" And her name's Arabella Rose, and I call her Rosie. So I'm like, what up, Rosie?" And she's like, "This is a very big pleasure," and I was like, "It's a pleasure, baby," and she's like, "You're actually here. And you're not working." It was a Saturday. I think it was like rugby, whatever.
Yeah.
And so yes, these systems, they are writing themselves. And so Lacey uses this thing called Trello. It's
Okay.
like a message board type for the whole staff. And then you got prospects, you got everything's lined up. So then you got David's Trello. And then I go in there and see what she has for me to look at, maybe a big job, a roof, a parking lot, whatever that I need to actually physically look at.
Yeah.
That she didn't feel comfortable of honing just numbers on. So she's implemented that in there about I don't know, 2 years ago. And it's been a game changer because as soon as something pops in there, she just go right to it, put it in there. She don't have to put it on a
piece of paper or some shit for you to
this shit.
Yeah.
Dude, the first night, okay, I'm gonna go back 20 years. 20 years ago on New Year's Eve night, she had went back to Tennessee. And she came because she's from here, but Katrina, she evacuated, lost her house in Slidell area, right by the Mississippi, Louisiana state line, all that good stuff. So we're post Katrina meetup, right? So we were talking on the phone New Year's Eve night at 12, and we only been knowing each other for 2 weeks at this time. And I was like,
young and cute.
Young and cute. I was 28, and she was, "Hey, what's up, buddy?"
You're 28. She was young.
She was 32. I'm 28. She's 4 years older than me. And we're sitting there, we're talking, and I'm like, "Okay, all right, well, fireworks went off. Happy New Year's. I'm coming up to Memphis next week to come see you." So me and Cameron, my little 5-year-old, throw him up in my little car, and we zipped right up to Memphis, straight up 55. I get there, y'all, and there's this plate sitting on the counter. The hour that me and her spent on the phone, she doodled this whole plate. And then once I started getting into life with her, now I know why. Because she didn't have a system in place. I could go into like her memory box and go stuff just over the last 20 years of just her doodling. So yeah, finding a system and having a system so you don't have that is important. So it's funny that you said she came fired out of a cannon.
Yeah.
Do
you remember? Hold on. Do you remember that specific 2024? How fucking jacked she was?
She was.
She basically told us to kick rocks. She had shit to do. She was like, "Fuck you guys, I'm out." Like,
Okay, so like everybody knows my wife, and
Oh,
she
wow.
is not an early morning person. Okay, she's not an early morning person. Okay, and we got down to what was causing that, and I've only known my wife one way.
Why?
About 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, she's up, whatever. I make decent enough money. She doesn't have to go to work, whatever. She does enough work on this computer thingy, right? She started eating a lot of ice.
oh yes, I remember now.
Dude. She's got me going to Sonic, Mark,
Tiny
to
bees.
buy her ice, bags of ice. She goes get some blood work done. Her iron is shot. She's anemic.
She can read minds.
Huh?
It's from a movie. Totally. She can
So
read minds.
they got her in there. They did 7 30-minute injections of pumping her. I don't even know who she is anymore. And that was just 3 years ago. Like one day I woke up and it was 6:30 or 5:30. I woke up and then I'm having my cup of coffee. And at 6:15, she's walking out of the bedroom.
Robots, dude. Robots.
So I went and bought her an oval ice machine for her birthday because I was tired of going to Sonic and buying her 2 bags a week so she could
That's
break
hilarious.
it up, put it in her Ziploc, and she was
That's
just
ice.
eating ice. And we didn't know, but she was anemic, she was low of iron, and she's great now. And you're right. She was like, went to that convention. She's like, I'm getting up and having breakfast.
I remember
Yes.
totally, and her
Yes.
being so jacked. I wish she was with you right now because I would love to ask her who she went to go see that year. We're having some more guests on coming up in the next month. This week, actually, at the end of the show, we're going to be giving away a ticket to the Huge again. Yeah, man. We're excited, dude. We've teamed up with the guys at the Huge. They've been kind enough to make sure that some of our friends are able to go cost free, which is badass. So I just wanted to share kind of our friendship and how it developed at the Huge. And like I said, man, you were the first friend that I met, man. Like I was afraid to talk to anybody.
But I
And I
saw
was
you
just-
out there and you were in all that red get up with them red tennis shoes on. And you were smoking that Joe, and I walked up and I was like, hey, blah, blah. And you're like, hey, and I was like, where are you from? And you're like, Arizona. And I went, oh, shit. He ain't got no growth over there. He got dust storms.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
David's like, you don't do any power washing, you don't do any house washing. I said, man, if I got a fucking power washer or a house washer, I'd blow all the stucco off of everybody's house.
He's like, we don't do all that. We
Yeah.
let things down. We barely use a pressure washer over there. And
I didn't own a water fed at that point.
you didn't.
I did not. My goal,
And
my
that's
goal
something
at that trip was to get one.
And you know what's funny is remember when I told you, see, I had one because I cleaned a lot of solar panels.
Yeah.
So I took the boar's hair and I was hitting it with the water fed. I'm a traditional guy. So when I first started window cleaning and doing route work in 2014, I was built for speed. There was some days I was doing 10 restaurants on top of another bunch of storefronts.
Yeah.
And going to Baton Rouge from, Covington, Louisiana, which is a 60-mile zip. Getting in there early in the morning, knocking out Taco Bells, places that were open, Popeyes, getting in there when they were getting out, being done by 10 restaurant people going, how are you doing it? Well, dedication. I got to get it done.
Yeah.
They gave me X amount of jobs a week, and they were spacing out 5 days, and I wasn't going out to Baton Rouge for 5 days. So I learned how to build speed on wiping traditional windows and what not to wet and what to wet, what to dust, what not to dust, what to clean, what not to clean.
Yeah.
It's a very simple process. It's just like house washing, Mark. It's like, okay, so do I really need to throw a whole house wash on this one side? Absolutely not. As long as it's clean, right? Nobody's going to bitch at you if it's clean, if you did or did not use bleach.
Well,
Billy
I'm
always
used
says,
to,
don't, Billy and John Magdos always say, don't clean a clean window.
yep.
You know, especially the uppers, the 3 stages, you know, in commercial.
Yeah.
Like if I have a contract and we're doing the windows monthly, it's like every other couple of months we'll throw a squeegee up there.
Yeah, quarterly or something.
Usually I just put a towel around my little 12 or 18-inch squeegee and I dust it off. And that's it. And then I'll do the second one and I'll do the bottom one because you're going to have drips to the bottom, gravity, blah, 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 blah. But you build yourself for speed. And then even my guy yesterday, I've been letting him be more hands-on with the like kind of just sitting back to see if he learned anything the last time to being with me. And we were on this repeat customers back patio yesterday, getting new furniture today and needed it done. So we ran out there to save the day. And this is a lady we take care of 4 times a year. And it's like $800 ticket every time I go to her house. And we only clean the house once a year, but we clean back patios, gas lights, exterior windows, her paver, peacock paver. It's got mortar joints, so we're not sanding them or not. She wants them scrubbed. She doesn't want it with the wand, and we don't even really need to be there, but she's very anal, and everything's white. So I saw him struggling, rinsing out the kitchen area. And I said, would you like to watch me how I'm going to push this puddle out of here? And he said, by all means. So, you know, it's just a little box. And then you got the house wall like this, and then a 45, and it goes out to the bigger section. I said, watch this. You got all your stainless steel on the right side. And all I basically do is take that water and went like this around the brick wall. And then start pushing. Push to the wall. Let it start driving. Push, push, push. And then it trailed right out. And he goes, you're a ninja. You're well, yeah, because why?
The water bender.
Went over there, I was like, holy crap, there was puddles still everywhere. So anyway, he's like, well, and I was like, well, because I take my time with you. So next time you know what to do, how to do it. And the good thing is, like, when we hired him 9 months ago, I said, look, if you can get over my little quirks here and there, I'm very, very blunt and very honest, opinionated person, and I'm not going to talk to you like shit and make you feel like I'm better than you. This is how I found it worked better for us.
Yeah.
And how I clean is different than a lot of how everybody else cleans. They're not my worry. What's my worry is what's in my house. This is the house that we created. We have 3 businesses. Well, it's Rhino Enterprise, RES, Rhino Equipment Specialist, and Rhino Glass Exterior Cleaning. And we you know, this is something that Lacey has been honing in on, taking everything, putting it under one umbrella, and letting it all eat at once, and everybody's fed. So he's like, you know, he tells the customer yesterday, because she wanted to pay me more money.
Yeah.
I wouldn't accept it. And she said, well, I do have a startup cost, Miss Dietz. And she's like, well, what is it? I said, it's $350. Well, her back patio, when I'm there doing multiple things, only charge her $150.
Yeah.
So I charged her $250. I said, I'm giving you $100 off. But if you would like to give Matt a tip, that'd be great. If you feel like you need to, if you feel like you have to, he will take the tip. He got a $60 tip and 2 free car washes.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Sweet.
So he tells her, well, thank you so much. They take great care of me here. This is the best job that I ever had.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
That's that. Even with the time that I've had to slam my hand. God dang it, Matt. God dang it. He understands. It's my right, as long as I don't mistreat you and talk to you badly.
Yeah.
But you have to understand the balance between me training you and teaching you the way I need you to learn. Like when I started washing, I wasn't really into the whole internet thing, Mark. So
Me
I
either.
know about the wash groups, and I'm a trials and tribulation. Go out and wash that roof and see what that bleach will do to that plant. So I did things that I learned. I'm a trials and tribulation guys. So with that being said, taking the time, because I like when I did before I found him, and now we're gonna have to find somebody for him.
Yeah.
Eventually, I'm gonna be out of that truck solely, and I'm gonna build me my own personal single operating rig. So I can go out and drive around, do estimates, do the shit that I need to do, and get my feet wet and stay energetic, because I'm one of them conspiracy guys. Once I stop, I'm just gonna die. I know it. My body's just gonna go, I don't know what to do with myself. Right. So he says, well, so you kind of have faith in me now, huh? And I was like, yeah, we're getting there. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I'm still here. I'm still here.
I sent him into a trance. You know, so in what he's starting to see now is those systems that we have been building, they're actually working. So like the estimates, like we dug into the responsive bid a little bit.
Sure. I tried him out. It wasn't for me.
Yeah, I told Lacey, I said, kiss, baby. Kiss.
Yeah.
It's super simple.
Kiss, please, kiss. Let's kiss it. Because, okay, so you change the whole phone system. Everything's recorded now. Anytime Pam is talking to blah, 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 RES, Rhino Blast, whatever you got going on, it's all recorded. So you don't have to go back. Anytime I talk to a customer, which I don't do anymore, okay, all recorded. Unless they need to speak to me. So you remember what you're talking about when Lacey was like, I'm coming in and just right before that, Jason, I walked in one day and I went, and she said, what is this? I said, I'm giving you a hat. I can't do it anymore. I can't answer the phone and do the jobs. She's done all the back office, all the estimates, all the emails, ever since we started this business. I've been the face and the voice that they hear now to a lot of our ones we've been having for a long time. They're finally getting pulled out of me to Lacey, because they're starting to understand, look, if y'all ever need me and you can't I get it. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. But this is where y'all need to go if you want to get stuff done, because I'm here now. And not so, like, the biggest thing for me was when the phone rang and say you're washing and you got soap on the wall. You see that business line, because it's all tied to one phone. You know, I got an app on the phone and then my personal. Hey, this is David with Rhino Blast. Yep. And then you started getting talking. And then, you know, I did this for 10 years, 11 years. And then it dawned on me one day, I'm like, how rude. That's very rude. Not rude to them, rude to me. Why? Because I didn't want to miss the call. Because what they're going to do is go right down the list. They might not leave that email or that voicemail because they felt like their call wasn't important to you. That's why you didn't answer it. So I'm going to call the other 5 companies right below. So now, before I gave the hat to Lacey a couple years ago, this was me. Hey, this is David with Rhino Blast. How can I help you? Yes. Okay, you need a house wash? Look, I got soap on the wall. Send me all your information and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Okay, yeah, make sure you send the email with that too. All right, and I'll have somebody reach out to you shortly. Boom, bam. And then, because she sees everything on the business line, she's implementing that into the software, and then I don't have to worry about it anymore. Now, she's asking me to go look at stuff, and I'm like, who are we talking about? Because I don't look at that stuff anymore. It was a bird. It was a lot. It's just a lot. Like it's a lot. And for the sole priorities that do this day in, day out, I commend you. It's a lot. But if you do it half-ass, you're going to get half-ass customers.
And half-ass results.
Half-ass expectations.
And half-ass pay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Can I put the estimate together? Do I have to want to go around and spell check everything? Because I'm not the most literate typing. I'm a hands-on guy, always been. Show me one time, I'm going to learn it. Show me how to mess something up. I'm going to not do that again. Like, it's just
trial and error.
Yeah, right. Or apologize later, right?
Yeah. Whoops.
Oops, my bad.
Kill those azaleas. Not my fault.
Yeah, haven't done that in a long time.
Right.
Hey, what's the weather like this week? You guys been doing all right?
Yeah, I got a paver sealing job that it's a repeat, and it's one of those. We've been getting these late afternoon storms, so we had cleaned them last week. And I went back the following week, and the following day, and there was a pop-up in Lakeview, Louisiana, which is like, in New Orleans. It's a suburb of New Orleans, kind of by the Lake Pontchartrain. Anyway, sand came up through the floor, because it downpoured. And she's like, I'm like looking at the radar for the next 10 days. And I'm like, look, we're going to have to wait until I see 2 full days. Because all I got to do come in here and rinse it off now, let it dry, come sand it, and seal it the next day. As far as the weather's been beautiful. It's like I said, we get these afternoon pops for about 2 hours. But if you can get all your work done by 2 o'clock, you're good to go. We were 92 degrees yesterday.
What does that say, D?
Where are you?
I'm in Houston, West Houston, Katy area.
Okay,
We've got rain projected the next 5 days, 50%, 60%, but it could be 1 hour at 6 a.m.
And we're so bipolar down here, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I call it
Just
Louisiana bipolar. Yeah, like it could tell you, oh, we're gonna have 10%. Not when the cats and dogs are falling from the sky. 10%. We're talking about we had a thunderstorm here about what was it? Me and Lacey got stuck in here for an hour and a half. Whoop-de-doo. Let's keep working. All right, going there, messing with the trailer. Dude, when this lightning hit this, this whole building literally shook. I felt like an earthquake. I really
That's
did.
crazy.
And Lacey comes flying out to the shop. And she's like, baby, I mean, the lights went, when they flickered, they was like, bam, 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 bam. It did it 4
That's crazy.
times. The computer was, so anyway.
Need to experience.
It was very serious. Very serious. And we get a lot of, because we have that lake, right? So if you look at the state of Louisiana and New Orleans, they have Lake Pontchartrain, which is the lake, right? And then you have the Causeway Bridge, the longest bridge over a body of water.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 15 miles north of the North Shore. So I'm in the country. And, we get saved a lot by the lakes because there's a set of them. So when a cell's coming from you,
Yeah, you're welcome.
coming from thanks, appreciate you. Appreciate sending all the crap our way. But it's kind of weird because it picks up the moisture out of the lake, and then it kind of breaks the line up. But then we like the north, they get abused. New Orleans just gets pummeled. But like anybody right on that bubble, it's like we're kind of like we don't really
protected.
It's kind of weird. It's the weirdest thing. Like I can see these big margin red lines just coming at us, and then by the time it gets to it, it just
Dissipates.
Yeah,
Nice.
and it's just up north gets it, down south, down at the tentacles of Louisiana, it's getting hammered, and we're over here. And anyway, so yeah, whenever we
Not
get
a bad thing.
no, not a bad day. And we have on our property we had 22 white oaks, water oaks. We have none but water oaks. So like you can't even see my house from satellite. Like our light bill is very cheap because
That's
she
awesome.
just doesn't see
Natural shade.
yeah, right. But they're trash trees. We had a storm a couple months ago. Smacked one of them things. Smacked one of our biggest ones. Well, we had a couple windstorms since then, so all the tops. So I got a barn fire in my front yard ready to light up, but I'm waiting for it to be wet enough because it just, even though we might get a day of rain, dude, that's not enough.
Yeah, it's still dry.
It's just like the plants are like those trees are like, yeah, right, that was nothing. Like, they're giving you about 3 days because we need the saturation. So I'm afraid to cause a freaking neighborhood fire because now I got this tree that has been dropping all these damn branches everywhere. Anyway, getting off the subject, but
It's all good.
Our beautiful Louisiana weather.
Did our man in Amsterdam send a weather update today?
He sure
Good
did.
morning, world.
Roll.
Oh, damn.
Another beautiful sunny day in Europe, in the Netherlands. Frank Grave.
Oh, Frankie.
Nice
It's
hat,
Friday.
Frank. Happy Friday.
It's schools are out here for summer, so it's a bit quiet everywhere. A lot of people are on holiday. I always take the first 2 weeks of the schools out. I take it easy always because there's not a lot of action here around. So it's Friday, but you know what I always say: every day is Christmas, and every night it's New Year's Eve. Have a nice weekend. Stay safe. Stay cool. Ciao, ciao.
Very nice.
Ciao, ciao, Frank.
I love him.
Yeah.
I met
So he tunes in.
When did he
Go
come
ahead,
here?
Dave.
When did he come here? In the 2024 or 23?
20,
It was 25.
24? 24.
Was it?
Yeah, it wasn't last
Was
year.
it 25? No, 20, 24, I think.
It had to be 24. But good God, that was a hoot just to sit there and talk to him. When you could grab his concentration for a second. Because I love it.
Yeah.
That was a wild time. That was a wild
it's
time.
amazing how much he loves this country.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
He's definitely a supporter, that's for sure.
I asked him, I said, so when you gonna get that little home out here? When you gonna get that?
Moved to Florida, moved to Hawaii.
Yeah, I couldn't see him in Florida, actually. I could see him in Hawaii.
I could see him in Hawaii hanging with the doc. That would be insane.
Mm-hmm.
That would be insane. What do you got planned for the weekend, Dave?
I have absolutely nothing.
That's the best feeling.
I have a trailer drop off today and one pickup tomorrow. So we do keep our grandbaby, the biggest one. She's 2.5 on Sunday and Sunday night.
Nice.
So we get a Sunday with that little stinker. And I try not to be working on those days because I'm constantly working and I don't get to see them all the time. And when I do, they won't get off my leg. So
that's awesome.
That means I'm doing something right to have all 5 of them actually give a shit about me. When the oldest one says, this is unusual, like, sorry, Rosie. I mean, but and then my daughter, because when I met Lacey, she was 5. And of course, back then, I was like, why don't we have another one? I love you. I'm in love with you. Why don't we have one? And then I got a year of Emily, and she really didn't want anymore because she had 4 kids. But I got a year of Emily. I mean, my luck would have been we would have had quadruplets or triplets or something. And I've been hen free since COVID, so we don't have any kids at home. It's just me and her now. So right, woo! And then thinking, man, what if? Then I'd still be waiting right now to get that last booger out of the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they all
I still got Dave. I still got a kid who's about ready to go into 1st grade. So I got a 27-year-old, a 16, and a fucking 5-year-old. It's crazy.
What? Wait, what?
27, 16, and 5.
He was busy.
I'd have to say,
Yeah.
you're a little too busy, Jason.
Uh,
Did
yeah.
Yeah.
Did
It's good though.
no? That's
Yeah, I could be a grandpa and have a 5-year-old at the same
I
time.
was
That's
just
just,
about to say, man. When
it's crazy. It's
wait,
crazy.
wait, you're about to have a grandbaby?
No, not that I know of. Not that
But
I
if
know
yeah,
of. My eldest is engaged, but I think that they're smart enough, I think that their choice will be to wait till after they're married.
I was about to congratulate you, by the way.
No, I don't. Please don't, because then it'll happen. I can't afford it yet. I need about another year or two at least to save, so I can enjoy those grandparent times like you're talking about.
Let me tell you something. It's a whole different kind of love.
Yeah,
I don't know how to explain it.
my little brother just became a grandpa 2 months ago.
It's
cool.
It's weird. At first,
Yeah.
I was 36 years old when we found out, but
Yeah,
and he was 21 when he had his first baby.
I made my mom a grandma at 37.
What?
I made my mom a grandma at 37, just like you.
There you go. And
Yeah.
Lacey was 40.
Nice.
This was the phone call. Hey, Rachel, Sarah. Uh-huh. Oh, that's good, baby. All right. Yeah, I love you too. Okay. And this is my daughter-in-law. Not even the son, right? She hangs up the phone like it was like 9:30. I was working the guy that got me into washing properties and stuff and getting ready to go to Baton Rouge to do some stuff for him. And I was like, who was that? And she's like, Rachel Sarah. I was like, well, what does she want? She's like, Rachel and Sarah, Timothy about to have a baby. I ain't ready to be a grandma. Bro. She's like, shit. And I stopped her and I was like, baby, what did you expect? You were 18 years old when you had him.
Yeah.
He's now 21.
You're lucky it lasted this long.
And had a kid. They actually did it right. You had bastard children. So I made her call them back, but now, like little Rosie, she's 12, about to be 13 in September, and a lot of people are like, dude, you're 36, and I go, yeah, I'm 36, and I got grandbabies. Now I'm 48, about to be 49, and they're not getting any younger; they're getting older, and I'm hanging on to the last bit of brown I have left, and it's just whatever,
Well, that's how life goes, right?
Yeah, so I wanted to touch on something, and I know that's why y'all brought me on. My first event was a event, Jamie Schmidt in Myrtle Beach in 2020, COVID. Oh, that was fun. I mean, right when the masks were big. After that first event, and it was small, I was hooked. I met a lot of people. And I was hooked from that first time I went to one. And then the next year I went to the Huge in Atlanta.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Everyone had the masks off.
We were on and off.
But yeah, the people in the elevator were like, you guys crazy? Sorry, we're pressure washers and window cleaners.
Yeah, I'm sucking bleach all day. Ain't no COVID getting me.
We ain't getting that.
So once I did that, once I did that, that was it. It was like, and then I just, me and Lacey didn't find it where I needed it. We wanted to go last year because it was just kind of played out there. And I'm just being honest. To drive up there and spend that kind of money and change the venue, change the area, and then we'll go again. So we're trying our best to get there this year. I know I'm trying to find an Airbnb instead of staying there because Lacey.
Do you want to be entered to win a ticket, Dave?
Sure.
Okay, we'll enter you and Lacey we'll enter Rivas and Lacey on the wheel. If you can do that, Deeds. Are we going to do that live this morning, or are you going to do that this afternoon?
I can do that this afternoon or so, get it all compiled to see what we've got throughout the week.
Awesome.
I mean, we and it's funny that you say that because once that iron kicked in, she has been.
Tell her I miss her.
I will.
Send her my love, dude, because I told you I would have loved to have had her on this with you, but I'm glad that we got.
I tell you what. How about you have a solo with her?
Yeah, I would love that because there's a whole different dynamic and a different conversation to be had, and yes, I definitely want to do that. So maybe we can do that either right before the show or right after the show.
That's fine. I think she would be ecstatic to come on and
Yeah, she's boss,
talk about
dude.
anything that she's got a lot of information in there.
I
And
know.
actually, like, you know what's different is she's finally she's so honed in on the washing side. This is what's really messing with the brain.
Got it.
Because it's not I don't know, it's kind of harder for her to gather.
It's a new concept.
Yeah.
But you know what? The best part is she knows what she wants to do and she's got the systems to take care of it. So that's exactly what we like to talk about and exactly what we wanted to highlight today.
Systems are very important. And if you don't have them as a sole priority and you're like still writing in the notebook, you're doing it all wrong.
Yeah.
You are missing out on what mankind gave the other mankind. Exactly. It takes like she was for so long. Okay, so we use the customer factor, and she won't ever leave it. She
I got it. I found one. I just haven't had my prop box over here.
So for a long time she was using the software called Wave or something, and she would have to go in, do the estimate, upload the estimate, put it in the email body, blah, blah, blah. She did that. She used that free software for 10 years. About 4 years ago, whatever, I was like, babe, it's $44 a month. It's a CRM. Yeah. Just go in there, adjust it, figure it out, do the things you need to do. Now she can run that whole entire system and has it. And it's like so easy. She's like, oh, the reminder. Boom.
Which one do you guys use?
The customer factor.
Okay. I'm a Margate guy.
And that's another thing. She was trying to break in. One thing I've learned about her is she's not going to settle. She's always going to explore
the best options.
That's why she did the responsive bid, but then she realized.
That wasn't for me either at all. You got to have some kind of personal touch.
Little personality, like a little personal touch. You're right. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about. And I was like, look, I definitely don't want you to have to sit in front of the computer and everything to be automated and blah, blah, blah. But you can do that in this software to where you might not have to be on the computer so much during the day, or remind yourself, oh shit, I need to send him a reminder. No, she has it set. So on her jobs, she has it set to where she's 2 days out. They get their reminder. Rhino's blast is coming through, blah, 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 blah. The day before, remember, all exterior lights, fans, yada, yada, yada.
Yep.
All your shit's moved. I'm not moving nothing. We don't
That's deeds.
We don't move dick. And you know why? Now I will, if they're older, we will charge for that. But I'm not doing like I used to do. I used to go in there and move a whole patio, take time out. Oh, and I would smidge it into my estimate. It's in my house wash price.
Labor fee.
I'm not here to be your exterior decorator.
Yeah.
Because I'd have to go around, I take a lot of pictures. You see a lot of my posts.
Yeah.
I take a lot of very good before and afters. But to go take pictures of somebody's patio to make sure I put that planner right back. No, we don't do all that. So the way she had built that system, it's like a revolving door. So these emails are getting dripped. Email drips of it. Dude, if you one thing that if anybody's gonna watch this, if you're not dripping emails and you're not staying inside of your customer's base and they, the famous thing I get, Jason, Mark, Oh, I forgot who I had last time because they weren't doing their goddamn job. Period. Sorry to get a little loud, but they
Nah,
weren't
that's
doing
perfect.
their job. They weren't doing their job. They weren't
Send those
following
emails.
up. Period. It's
Yeah.
that
Hell
simple.
yeah.
If you're writing on this, how can you remember to do this? No, throw that shit away. The technology's technology. It makes
Yeah.
it's easier to make your job a lot easier. You're just gonna have to spend a little money for it. Who gives
Yeah.
a shit? I'd rather spend money that's gonna make me money than lose money because I don't know what the
Because I'm too lazy.
yeah. So
Yeah.
setting reminders, it's all right there in your CRM. All you have to do is click buttons and it does it for you. It's some people just don't understand. And I'm like, so now you will never forget unless you unsubscribe.
Yeah.
And I've had a few that are real good customers just because they got a lot of hit.
Yeah.
We had them hit us up and needed an estimate. Well, it did an email bounce because he unsubscribed and he didn't get his quote and he was kind of livid. And I called him, hey, Mr. Such,
You unsubscribe.
let's not talk like this. How long have we been servicing you? Didn't you unsubscribe from our emails? Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Put me back on. It's just
Simple.
You don't forget who we are, though.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's just an email. Swipe it. Put it in a Rhino Blast email folder.
Yeah, in a folder.
Just put it in your. This is the guy who washes our property. This is the company that does this. A lot of people forget. And as you get older, everybody forgets things. It's part of getting older. Fuck. I mean, go eat mushrooms that bring your brain back to what is that shit they sell?
Lion's mane.
Exactly.
I have to eat a scoop of it every once in a while.
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know. But building systems are very important. Going to conventions are great, and it gives you an opportunity to network.
Yeah.
It's a lot of ideas. Talk about certain things.
Oh yeah.
Normally wouldn't ask.
Well, and meet new friends.
Huh?
Heck yeah. Meet new people. Meet new friends.
Meeting new people are very important.
Yeah.
And if you're like kind of stand backish, you know what I'm saying? You kind of offset to yourself. This actually opens you
Yeah.
more opening to.
I agree. Well, listen, man, we're about to go ahead and wrap up this show. At
Yes,
the end of
sir.
the show, what we like to do, God dang, somebody's doing like a detail or something on my next door neighbor's house. At the end of the show, what we like to do is give you the opportunity to send some love, some thanks. Anybody you want to give a shout out to. And real quick, too, I want to say sorry, guys. I did not. Hey, Floyd, shut up. I did not have an opportunity to check online today to see who was in the chat. Actually, I did, but my phone or my laptop died down, so I could not follow who was in the chat. So this morning, all I saw was I think it was Zach V, Damian, Tom,
Padrine. I got Nick. We've got Devin. Good morning, guys. Thomas Wilson. Which I'm
Good
wearing
morning,
a Thomas Wilson shirt. And we got
can't
Tyler
see
as
any of
well,
that.
and Mason.
Awesome. I know that Mason would have probably loved to have heard this conversation. And I think that he and David would get a kick out of one another. He's Mason Haynes, I think is his name, right?
Okay.
Is that who that was, Deeds?
Who? I'm sorry, I was reading Craig's.
Mason Haynes?
Yeah, Mason Haynes is in there. Yep. Good morning, Mason. Jake and Craig. Craig throws out a Boy in the Bubble Boy movie with John Travolta back in the day. So
Nice.
but he's got a spin on it.
Well, so we'll go ahead and toss it back over to you, David. Who you want to send some love and some shout outs to?
Well, y'all, first of all, for putting on a cool little thing you got going on.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Mark. Shots out to the washing world.
Hell yeah.
To the huge. Like I said, my first huge was in Atlanta, and loved it, and kept going back.
Awesome. Well, we'll go ahead and throw you and Lacey on the list too to see if we can't get you a complimentary ticket. We are giving away a ticket today. We will be giving away a ticket every Friday through the month of July, which is outstanding. So yeah, we're trying to get as many friends as possible to get out to the show with us. So
All
it'll
right.
be a good
Well,
time.
I tell you what, I hope I get to see both of y'all in Orlando.
It will
Heck
be
yeah.
great. And if you don't make it to Orlando, David, the IWCA, PWNA, which you know about, Elevate Conference is in February in Austin, Texas, and I definitely want to see you there.
That's going to be a hoot.
I heard
Yeah.
that place was kind of crazy.
It's going to be
Yeah,
nuts
Kalahari.
because of who. It's going to be nuts because of who's going.
Who's going?
IWCA, that's the International Window Cleaners Association,
Right.
but the
Be a rowdy bunch.
PWNA, which is also the Power Washers of North America, they collab. And when you mix those two groups of people and you give them over a year to get this party started, trust me, it's going to be a hoot. Frank Graves going to be there. Ryan Bullhorse, the Doc
And
Maui.
this is when?
February 3rd, 4th, 5th,
Is that-
2027.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Are those dates at the end of a week or in the beginning of the week?
I
Or
think
They're at
those
the
dates
end.
are at the
Thursday,
end.
Friday, Saturday.
that's one thing that gets me, man. I know the rates are different. I get it. But God, some of those Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays. I'm
So
like,
get this too, Dave, and I'm not trying to dissuade you from. I'm not trying to. Hey, shut the fuck up. And I gotta go too because I got work.
peace
But
out. Thank y'all for having me.
no. I'm not
What?
gonna try and dissuade you from the huge. The rates at the IWCA, even though they're on a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they're doing it's like $189 a night, which is not bad. And that
No
189,
resort fees. Free
yeah,
parking.
resort fees, and it comes with tickets to the water slide and whatever it is that's inside there.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Good
Okay.
deal.
yeah,
That
so we are going to be
and
giving
you
away
know, that's
tickets.
funny that you brought that up because when I checked that at Gaylord,
Yeah,
and we got to the end, I went, resort fees.
yeah.
Mhm.
Holy shit. It was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
$480 extra. I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna
Two
need
free
an
water
Airbnb.
bottles.
We need an Airbnb, right? For a water bottle, right?
So.
Well, thank you.
All right, well,
for being on.
Deeds,
I appreciate it.
you got it. Deeds, who
thank
you
you.
want to get some shout outs to?
Yeah, thank you, David, for being on. It's great. We don't have too many pressure washers in here, but it's good to have one on the show this morning.
I'm a window cleaner by originally. I'm a window.
Yes.
I'm a window, but go ahead. Yeah.
But somebody who dabbles in the throwing water at people's houses, I can.
And
give
he
you a thumbs
doesn't
up
just
for that.
dabble, Deeds. One of the things too, like when I got home after the first time meeting David, I went back to go do some research on him. And then I started watching some of his videos, and he's got some superior aim when it comes to house washing. His
Mhm.
skills, they are the ones that pay the bills. You can watch
Yeah.
him go around, do an entire
Oh, when
home.
I'm doing them gables like that.
Yeah, and
What?
it's top
What?
notch. Dave knows
What?
what he's doing exactly. Don't get
Even
too
Matt, look, my guy just got in for work at the shop, and I was like, dude, if one thing that you can do for me, pay attention how I rinse these son of a bitches now, because it's not that hard, and you can do them fairly quickly.
Yeah.
If you ride that line just right, and if you have the right tip in there, anything's possible on those gables. And
Yep.
one thing that, just like you said, it's that trial and tribulations that I learned what not to do and what to do and how to make it a lot easier and actually get it cleaned.
Yep.
Instead of going back and forth. And that's one thing about him, I finally got him to where don't ever pull a hose and put a hose up. Don't you dare do it. Don't do it. I do never want to pull a bad hose back out to fix something that you screwed up.
Yeah.
Word him up.
We
Well,
gonna-
Deeds,
we
who
gonna-
else you got?
we gonna
Yeah,
fix
thank
it.
you. Thanks, David. Thank you, Frank, for your weather report this morning. Kadreen, everybody, Craig, for checking in with us this morning. We like to be a part of the mornings. Thank you, Jason, for being part of this too. And just thanks to everybody. We have a lot of love for our sponsors, and just can't wait to see everybody at the Huge and the IWCA. So we'll be giving away tickets to the Huge this morning later. And if you're interested, write tickets somewhere in here, and we'll get you in the spinning wheel.
Hell to the yeah. Deeds, I want to say thank you to you for producing the show Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, for sending the links and for getting everything done. To all of our friends who pop in and say hello every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we appreciate you guys. We try to get some great guests on for you, and David, you fucking knocked it out of the park. I appreciate you,
sir.
man.
Like
Please
I said,
tell-
Message Lacey.
I was just gonna say, please tell her I'll be shouting out at her soon. I'll probably text me her email if you want, or if you want me just to send it to the same email. Okay, I'll send her one and make it attention to Lacey.
I don't have anything personal in my life. What you talking about?
It's all shared.
Got it. All right. Well, I want to wish everybody a wonderful, fantastic effing Friday. We'll be back on Monday. Deeds will do a spinning wheel later this afternoon. And if you want to get a ticket to the show, put in ticket in the chat. And we, like I said, we'll add David and we will add Lacey as well to the spinning wheel. Best of luck to everybody. Tune in Monday where Deeds and I are going to shoot the breeze. Peace.
All right. Keep it real, everybody.